Hello and welcome to Stage 3 of the NASCAR event at Richmond Raceway. Now, this time, it's just us on the track, you're alone, and it looks kind of strange. Looks like you have to hit speed for 5.0 seconds. It's a kind of a weird counter, but it really just means you hit speed 5 times, and that's not very difficult to do if you've already maxed out the tuning. So, I didn't even look at that once. Ooh, that was a big tag, wasn't it? Not hard to hit this twice per lap. Like, yeah, there we go. I hit it a second time already. I should hit it a third time here, despite tagging the wall. Will I still hit it? Oh, yeah. So, very, very easy if you've already got the tuning you need to finish the last race. That's what I did right off the start because we already knew from my update video and the release notes that we need a tuning of 52.0, or I should say a PR of 52.0 to enter the last race, and buying all of the Richmond tuning gets you to 52.1. So that works, and that's what I've got here. As you can see, I'm still having some trouble getting my points really nailed here, but getting better. Once you get the flow of this track, it's a nice track. Alright, that wraps up that one. Very easy stage. Just gotta pass 15 opponents and get into 15th position without taking on damage. Now, like I said before, these cars can take a lot of abuse. Now, I thought I'd go back to what I used to do here, which was steering assist high, sensitivity 0. Just to see, because I'm still finding it a little bit difficult. And I just thought I'd give this a shot, because this is how I used to run here. And we'll try it for this stage and just see how that works. Yeah, I mean, so far it seems okay. On most tracks, I don't like steering assist because it actually causes me to lose traction sometimes. So that's kind of the problem I have with certain assists is it's like I turn one on, then I end up thinking I need to turn on another one. Like next thing you know, you think, oh, I need traction control because I'm losing grip all the time. Well, not really. You just have to steer about where steering assist wants you to steer, and then it can be beneficial. So for some tracks it helps. And I know some really good racers who use steering assist. They've just found a way to make it work. But that's the only one they have on. Because the other two assists, braking and traction, if you've got those on, it's just eating up your speed, just wasting your speed. So steering assist is about the only one that you can still do really good with. Although traction control only really comes on when you lose traction, but still, when it comes on, it stays on too long, just eats up your time. You're actually better off losing traction a little bit and recovering it by yourself than you are in having traction control do it for you. Now, as you can see, got to the lead in no time at all. So getting to 15th place, is that really what it said? Just get into 15th place? Oh boy, that was horrible. Anyway, I'm kind of surprised. Maybe I misread that. Definitely wanted us to overtake 15 cars, but it was very easy to get into the lead here. And here I am catching the back of the pack again. So I'm going to start lapping people. And it's an interesting track, and the bots really spread out, so it gives you some interesting passing opportunities and some danger. Like, ooh boy, 4 wide there, that's pretty risky. You would never actually do that. Well, once in a while I guess they have, but pretty easy to get first place on that race, even though 15th was the requirement. There we go, that one's in the bank. And let's see here. Catch a big continuous draft. This one was very frustrating for me. This one took me a long time to get it right. I'm done with steering assist here. I don't like it. I'm going back to no assists. Okay, so it took me a while to figure out the best way to do this. So get past these initial bunch of guys, because there's quite a few laps. Like, we're lap 35 of 41. So quite a long time. So this is the guy I want to do this with. Now, don't hit him. Don't bump draft. Don't get that close. So this is the best section I found, and get off the throttle, get on the brakes a bit, try to line this up. Oh, I bumped him and I got away with it. Because you're going to find that you want to start just at the beginning of a straight section, or either this straight or the curved straight. You want to be drafting him just at the beginning of that so you can go all throughout that. You need to get it done first thing. See, what I was doing is I was trying to do this and win, and I still want to do that. But if you wait till near the end of the stage, then you end up with all this traffic. And whatever bot you're trying to follow, he's going to start weaving in and out trying to pass these cars, and it just gets impossible. Very, very, very frustrating. So this section here, if you're lined up, that's also a very good section to try to get this in, but no matter what, it's a little bit hard. So if you do it first thing, then it's pretty easy to win this race. Like you can see, it says lap 39 of 41, so I've got 2 full laps to go yet, and I'm in 4th place. There's 3rd place, and I think that's 2nd. Yep, that was Kyle Busch. So then, okay. As you can see, not very difficult. And then let's just take Hamlin out, because you know what? I don't know. It's NASCAR. You know, I mean, you don't do that in NASCAR very often, because if you do that, you should expect payback. And that's the way NASCAR is. So everyone knows that people move each other sometimes, but an aggressive pit maneuver like that, oh yeah, you could expect yourself to get taken out at a very inconvenient time in a future race. Anyhow, boo! Slide on that wall. Looks like I was about to get T-boned. Okay, so things going ahead nicely. I'm enjoying this car. Now I'm starting to get the hang of this car at Richmond. This event sounds a little bit crazy with 10,000 units of drafting. I'm calling them units because we can't call them meters, can't call them feet. They're just kind of units, or 10,000 cubits. I guess I could just say that. Anyhow, don't leave your drafting until the last minute, because you just won't have enough time to get it done. Fuel's not really a problem here, although I didn't get too aggressive. I did do some getting out of the throttle early and catching some draft here and there. Like here, I didn't do an overtake. I could have. Oh boy, that got kind of messy. Why won't I let me draft me? Sorry, it's kind of funny when you've got the same car. Now, you definitely don't want to spend a lot of time skidding, because skidding really wastes fuel. So don't do that. Here you can already see nice gaggle of cars, but again, just make sure that you're actually drafting when you're in a gaggle. Because sometimes you think I'm in a big, like, well, these guys are all in a line, so it's not really the ideal scenario that I'm talking about, but if you catch up on a whole bunch of traffic and they're all over the place, all over the track, it's easy to think, oh, I'm getting drafting right now because there's so many cars all over the place. You're not necessarily getting drafting, and I made that mistake on some of these races, and I had to do them a second time because I actually wasn't drafting. So keep your eye on your counter, or just make sure you're nicely positioned behind the other car. Like, we'll get to this soon. We'll get to some traffic that'll be chaotic. Okay, there's chaotic traffic. And so at times I'm not drafting, even though it looks like I am. Like here I obviously am. You can see the yellow speedometer, so that's a clear indicator that I'm drafting. And it should be pretty easy actually to win this race. I'm already in 3rd place, but I got a lot of drafting to do. You don't have to win this race. So the more important thing is get your drafting in, meet all the requirements, and then if you want to win, go for it. But it's not a requirement that you win. This is lap 77 of 80. Oh boy, I got a lot of drafting to get in. You know, I'm just going to really focus on the drafting, and then if I can win, I'll do that. Must be someone. Someone's right behind me a lot. I guess some of these cars I'm following are lapped cars. I really should get behind, is that Hamlin? I really should get right behind the 1st place car. Okay, no, oh, Hamlin's up there a ways. Well, it'd be better to draft off him, because these guys are driving so stupid. Basically, these are lapped cars, and so they're just... But I got kind of narrow focused. It happens sometimes. Lap 79. Unfortunately, staying with all these goofy lapped cars, This caused me to lose the lead, but I've got a lot of drafting to get in. Okay, well, maybe I'll just follow Jones. At least he'll drive a little bit better than some of these goofy lap guys. Like, the finish line's right around the corner, and I'm not at 10,000 yet. Come on, there we go. Good. And look at that, piles of fuel left over. Fuel was never a problem. That's kind of frustrating. I like to win. I didn't win. Oh well, I'm not going to redo that race just for that. Okay, well, that's the end of this. If you like what you see, please press like and please subscribe, and I'll keep on getting the stages out for you. If you're running the event, I hope you're enjoying it. Talk to you soon.